Yeah, that's the thing.
I'm not
That's
going to.
really
I'm not
that's
going to
really
address.
funny.
I'm not going to address anything with the word Harambe in it right now. Hello, internet. How are you? Uh, just as long as we're not pressing F to pay respects to Harambe. I don't even get that reference. Like, apparently that's a thing. Press F to pay respects. I think it's in a video game.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, it's in one of the Call of Duty games.
Oh, is that what it is?
I think.
Press
Yeah.
F to pay respects. I feel like that's just disrespectful in and of itself.
Yeah, Call of Duty Advanced Warfare.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that sounds awful.
Yeah.
Let's turn saluting at a military funeral into a QuickTime event because that's what everybody loves. So welcome to session 2 of Urban Shadows. It's been a while, and I apologize. But that's how life goes. We're also going to be down one Fae, but this is a Powered by the Apocalypse game, and it's pretty good at handling people missing. But since it's been so long, if I could have everybody go around and introduce themselves very quickly and who they are playing, I'll start. I am Shaun, your master of ceremonies for this game of Urban Shadows.
I am Haley. I am playing Sybil Hyssop. And I am the Oracle who deals with episodes by free running, also known as parkour.
The parkour psychic.
She just knows when she's about to eat it.
That's right. Nice.
Yeah.
Next up, we have Sam.
Yeah. So, hi, I'm Sam. I
Sam.
am playing the Vessel, which is a like homunculus or Frankenstein's monster archetype creature. Her name is Keela. She's kind of like a Jewish golem, made from a statue smuggled out of Persia to protect a community of Jewish people in New Orleans, and she's lost her way a little bit.
Nice. And last but not least, Neil.
I am playing a character named Paige. She is the Tainted.
The Tainted.
She basically made a deal with the devil, literally. And so now she works for a demon that she just calls X.
And he hates that. He hates it when you call him that.
He hates it because he feels like it doesn't afford him the respect that he deserves.
Yeah, well, he's a douche.
Yeah. He just, takes it. But anyway, she works for him, basically hunting down rogue demons and killing X's enemies to gain favor with him, because she has made a deal that the love of her life will her love will be requited if she does these things. X has promised to make that happen.
Right, and we all know how demons are about keeping promises.
Definitely.
Yeah,
definitely. They do it very faithfully.
Yeah. Well, and they always give you exactly what you want, right?
Exactly what you wanted. Yeah.
Exactly.
Let's see. So yeah, she can take a demonic form, which means like fire and scary lookingness. And what else about Paige? She's Asian and white, biracial. She's her previous life was as a kind of in a corporate position, so she doesn't take any shit and she has some money. And Paige is trans.
Nice. All right. So we done most of our prep work in the previous session. So we actually do have some things going on here in the city of New Orleans. I'm just looking over my notes to try and figure out where we're going to start out. Excuse me. Okay. So, I think let me look at what you guys have because it's been a while. This
I
is
remember you had us do
good.
a roll
Yeah,
start of last session
yeah,
to set some stuff up.
to set some stuff up. There's a few things going on in the city. There has been a disease that's been making its way through through the young people of New Orleans. And it's mostly started with like the party crowd, and has been slowly kind of creeping in, like becoming worse. But it's not something that has kind of hit the mainstream yet, right? Like, it's not quite at epidemic levels, but I think the supernatural community has, like, it's one of those things where it they're probably the first ones to notice. What else is going on? Also, the we don't have any wizards here, but the right speaker occasionally cuts in. That's weird.
Yeah, it's real goofy.
I wonder
Something
if
going on with your audio, brah.
I wonder if I've got a bad speaker here somewhere or something. Or it could just be Roll20 being ridiculous. That's entirely possible too. Hopefully on the stream it seems okay. Yeah. So the local wizard council has recently had a shakeup, and one of the city's wizards has apparently been like there's suspicion that she has had aid from a hostile foreign power, and by foreign where we I mean infernal.
Somebody got the devil help.
Right? But yeah, like the power structure of the local wizards has been at like 100% just wrecked, and she's like made a power grab. But meanwhile, some of the other ones have been like trying to investigate like wizards do, which pretty much means that they've been going around and black bagging people that associate with demons throughout the city and hauling them off. And then we're also not far out from the from Hurricane Rita, right?
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
And there's rumors going around through with some of the Voodoo practitioners in the city, and probably some of the like low level like hedge wizard sort of people, like the people who aren't like full on like powerful practitioners. The ones that are still fairly close to mortality, that something has been carried in with the water from the storm. Those are really kind of the key things that are going on in the city right now. And I'd like to start out everybody kind of together.
Okay.
So I think we start with Paige and Keela and Sybil. Downtown in where every good New Orleans story starts, in
Of course.
in the French Quarter, there on the banks of the Mississippi. It's I mean it's early fall, but it's also the South, so it never quite stopped being, or never quite stops being hot and sticky. And it's the sun has only recently dipped down below the horizon. You know, when all of the freaks start coming out. Sybil and Keela, like you two have sort of a connection, right? Because she's been helping Keela. Sybil's been helping Keela, like find her way in the human world now that she doesn't have anybody specifically to protect or to follow the orders of. Is that right? Like,
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't write those debts down on my sheet. Only Haley writes those down, right? Because I owe her.
I think there's a spot for ones you owe. Isn't there? Let me take a look here.
I don't see it because I'm on the debts.
I made note of both just because there's no way
there's
I'm
not
gonna remember something that.
Yeah, there's no spot on the character sheets for debts that you owe, so I just put it down at the notes in the bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see you have one that says I owe Sybil.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I owe Sybil for one debt for being my guide on the path to understanding.
Yep. Yeah, that's just a issue with the character sheet, I think. But that's fine. So yeah, like you two are there. It's one of those nights where it's not like an official like celebration, right? There's no kind of citywide party, but you know, you get people down in the French Quarter, you know, down on Bourbon Street in the you know, at the beginning of the evening, like there's kind of always something going on down there. Like humanity kind of always comes out. And I think Paige, who do you owe? Sybil owes you.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I owe Nerida.
Right, and you owe
2.
X.
And I owe X 3.
Yeah. Cool. So yeah, like I think oh yeah, I know why you're there. Because X had given you a job.
Yes.
And one of your jobs was to go after Sybil, if I remember correctly.
Yes.
And if I also remember correctly, I don't think that was something that you wanted to do.
No.
No.
It was not.
Right?
So.
I'm way too charming
Yes.
with my parkour and my jogging suit.
Track suit.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so I told X that, that she might still be she might be valuable to us, and that I would keep a close eye on her.
Right. Right. Uh, yeah. X. I think when you told, uh, when you told X that, or Zerlin, as he repeatedly reminds you to call him, he he's not a stupid creature, right?
No.
So
Well,
it's one of those things where he's like, okay, okay, if that's what you think is the proper course, then I'll leave you to it. And you get like you just got the feeling he's he ain't gonna let shit go, right?
Right.
This isn't a test. It's totally a test. But it's not, but it is.
Right? Yeah. No, no, I'm not. I'm not gonna come and check in on how you're doing on this task I've given you. Yeah, I think it's more like if you're not going to do it, then he's probably going to call on somebody who is. So even if you're like not willing to do that particular job, that doesn't pull her out of danger.
Right.
So I think the three of you have met up in the French Quarter, just kind of in the street, right? Like this is one of those. There's almost no better place to have a private conversation where nobody else is going to pay attention to it than when there is the noise and chaos of raucous partying going on around you.
I mean, we have to use sign language because we can't hear each. I'm just kidding.
Right? Uh, so yeah, I think you guys are like the three of you find yourselves outside of a
Beignet shop.
a
Hey, I need a
beignet
combo
shop.
load.
Yeah. Do you guys meet in Jackson Square, like the fancy ass big park that occupies on the map? It's like right here. Um, it's like a big, sort of public green. At one end is a tall three-spired Catholic cathedral, the St. Louis Cathedral. Um, there's always there's always partying. You can hear the sounds of music, and it's the like thumping bass from like people blasting club music inside the bars, that's mixing in with the weird like
Saxophones and jazz.
yeah jazz and like zydeco going on, from like street corner buskers and whatnot, and it's drifting over towards you. Meanwhile, the three of you. Sorry, I'm looking up pictures and maps so that I can kind of get an idea of what's going on. There it is, Jackson Square. Yeah, and then meanwhile, kind of to the east, you can hear the sounds of the Mississippi. So like the square is like just big enough to offer you like a little bit of seclusion, but it kind of keeps you in kind of in between like the partying that's going on and like the calm flow of the Mississippi. And as you're as the three of you are standing there, you've just met up. You can see a group of people like hop out of an SUV. Like they pull up along the street. Four people. You can't quite make out who they are. They're dressed in like, jeans and hoodies. Their hoods are pulled up. They all kind of hop out of the car. One of them shuts the door. There's three of them. Pats it twice, and it takes off. And they kind of start heading in your direction. What are you guys gonna do?
Well, this looks encouraging.
I mean, I will like tap Sybil on the shoulder and be like, and point, like once I have her attention.
So they just like look like any. Do we noticed any of them before?
They're like I said, they're kind of far away, and they're not like rushing you like they're coming to attack you, but they're definitely like ignoring everybody else and heading towards kind of where the three of you had met up. And I'm assuming that you guys I kind of assume that Paige, you probably like are the one in charge of, or the one who initiated this, like, hey, meet me here.
Yeah.
Because you know that X is going to come gunning for Sybil at some point.
Right. Okay.
But yeah, they're not, they didn't stop and like start chatting with each other or like start talking to somebody else. Like they hopped out and then just like started heading your way. They're still pretty far away. And they're walking fairly nonchalantly. It doesn't look like they know whether you've spotted them or not.
So can I try to put a face to a name?
Yes, you can try and put a face to a name. Let's see.
Okay.
It helps if I remember how to open things in this game. Apparently I'm sick, starting to get sick, and it's affecting my brain now. So put a face to a name, or vice versa. You're going to roll with their faction. So why don't you roll plus power?
Power, huh? Power.
A 7. Let's see. On a hit, you know their reputation. The GM will tell you what most people know about them. On a 10 plus, you've dealt with them before. Cool. Yeah, you've the at least the one in the lead. You kind of recognize. And I lost my note page. There they are. It's a it's a dude, a wizard named Cameron. Uh, he's not known for being a pleasant sort. Um, he's
It's not a tea and cakes kind of guy.
no no he's like he's basically like one of the wizard council's enforcers. He's one of those people that deals fairly but harshly. Uh, kind of like what's the dude from the Dresden Files? Um,
Oh, Morgan.
yeah, he's a little like
He's a
Morgan.
dick.
He's not even so much of a dick, just like he's well known for just being one of those people that gets shit done. But he gets shit done for the Wizards, and he doesn't really care much uh, about what all is going on. Um,
God, I wish I wrote better notes about that role. Was it I just saw a vision of something going wrong? Like I just saw a vision of vampires and zombies
no,
or
you
something?
had you had seen specters and oh fuck yeah uh, a revenant.
Yeah, and it was somehow related to the wizards, right? Or was that a separate
That was a
thing?
separate thing. They just
Damn.
they just happened to be uh, like all of these kind of things started happening more or less at the same time. Um, but yeah, like you see Cameron uh, sort of like making a beeline, and as you take the time to uh, to try and put a face to a name, uh,
Hmm.
like at this point, he definitely notices that you've taken like the extra amount of time to think about where you've seen this guy, uh,
Yeah.
and he picks up his pace, right? He like before he was just kind of strolling like in your guys' direction, like trying to be chill about
Nonchalant.
approaching. Uh, but now he knows that he's caught, but you guys are still in a public place.
Hmm.
So yeah, you can hear their like sneakers like flapping on the cobbled streets as they their casual stroll kind of picks up to a more like a power walk. Uh, Keela,
Now
how?
I'm
Oh,
sorry. Now I'm imagining them with flip flops.
just hippie wizards. Yeah, no, they got they got sneaks on. Uh, Keela, how? What are you like? What are you going to do as you see them
I'm
coming?
well. I'm not real happy about this, but I think I'm gonna look at Paige and I mean Paige and I don't have any bonds really, but we've interacted a time or two, and I'll say they're moving faster. Do we stay or do we go?
I'm a little bit curious to figure out exactly who they're after.
Right.
Yeah, uh, sure. Like as you guys are waiting, like
Well, I'd like if that's the case, I'd like to do a move.
what do you do?
Well, I think that she's gonna step forward and just look like cold and spooky looking, and just lock eyes with him, and so that he can see that like that she's there, she's put herself squarely in front, like in front of both Paige and Sybil, and that she just has like the dead-eyed face.
Okay. Let's see. Sorry, I'm looking at what move this.
I read it as keep your cool. Because she's trying not to like worry about this person that's behind her and like keep the worry in.
Okay.
Like, to present like a stone face to them.
Okay. Well, I mean, it hasn't like shit hasn't quite gotten real yet, right? Like they're just walking. They're just kind of heading towards you, and they're picking up the pace. But you do see, like yeah, you stand there like stone faced, like glaring at him, and you make like as you do, you make eye contact with Cameron, who makes like there's that face where that he makes like fuck, this is gonna like we know this isn't gonna be.
He gets that. Oh man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to work for this one type of thing.
Yeah. Like you. Oh, go ahead.
I see what Keela's doing, and I'm like, oh, we're gonna stand our ground. Okay, I can do that. I turn to Sybil, and I'm like, you stay one step back, and I step up and stand right next to Keela and assume the same like, bring it, bitch.
Nice. Yeah. So Cameron, like he fucking like he sees what's up at this point, and he kind of like nods over to the dude on his left, and you see he reaches into his they've all got their hands kind of in the pockets of their hoodie, and he pulls like this surprisingly thin looking chain out of his out of the pocket, and Cameron stops like they all stop kind of just within earshot. You know, there's probably, I don't know, 8-10 paces between the two of you, or between your two groups. And he looks over at Keela and Sybil, and he says, "Listen, we don't want any trouble with the two of you. We've just come for the demon."
He's not
Like,
here.
to deliver beignets?
Yeah, Keela will do just one of these. Followed by the 2 blinks.
Paige is gonna pull out her 9mm.
Oh Jesus! Nice. Yeah, you like you pull it out, and they don't.
And I wink at Chain Boy.
You wink at Chain Boy. Yeah. He like as soon as that gun comes out, fucking Cameron like throws out a hand, and you hear just like the stream of syllables that he starts making. What do you do?
Can you hear Sam, Shaun?
No, he is
so.
he is frozen. Hold on.
Nope.
Let me reconnect.
LARPing Cameron.
There we go.
Yeah, so that's awesome.
Now I can hear you.
You looked like you were LARPing Cameron, like your face was frozen and the smarmy fucking.
I was frozen doing my best Ajit Pai impression.
Yeah, you were. As if you didn't have your teeth out.
That's right. Yeah. So yeah, he like he doesn't look like he's got a weapon, but he throws out his hand and starts speaking.
And is
Oh,
it clearly magic?
Yeah. It probably is going to be. You don't necessarily know what the
I mean-
spell is.
When a
But
wizard
it's-
starts mumbling,
Yeah, it's not a
Alright.
language I understand.
Okay, cool. So gibberish. So did
Yeah.
he? Did Sean? I may have missed it when Keela turned her head to the side and said, "I don't know what you mean. I'm afraid you're going to have to be a little more specific." Did that come across?
No, I think I heard. I don't know what you mean, and then Paige started pulling out the gun.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, cool. So I would assume since I'm in front, I'm not seeing that a gun is being pulled. So
Well, it's right
Keela's
next
like-
to you. So
Oh, okay. Well, if she's next to me and I hear like a gun coming out, I realize what that means, and I figure if he starts putting his hand in front and like his hand towards me and chanting stuff, I figured that big, ugly, like old rusty drywall hammer from 1937 that I have, like around the small of my back,
right,
is gonna come out, and I'm coming straight at him.
or you're
nice.
just gonna start with a fight.
If he's casting shit, I'm coming at him, and I want to put the drywall hammer in his hand.
Sweet. That sounds like you're unleashing. So go ahead, roll with blood.
Okay. So I guess I will ask: Is and I don't know, is this a question for you or a question for me about if an instinct is triggered in this instance? Like, there's ones I have to roll for, and then there's ones where if I'm acting in earnest towards them.
Your
This is a case of
instincts are to protect the valuable, to labor in silence, to pleasure the worthy, and to hunt the disloyal.
Correct.
I don't think that any of these affect your instincts.
Okay, sweet. All right, so I'm just coming right at him. Let's roll unleash. That's a bummer.
With a 5. Awesome.
Let me look at what unleash does. when I fail,
It doesn't have a specific.
yeah, there's nothing when I fail. It looks like.
Nope. As you step forward and swing your hammer down toward him, Cameron like closes his fist, and as he does so, you feel your whole body seize up, hammer like poised over your head, and it feels like the air around you has just like congealed, and so it's like trying to move through, not jello, but like oobleck,
Yeah,
like
or
some
like ballistic gel.
You're right, like it's not that you have stopped moving, it's just that the air has suddenly become hyper resistant, and you can't you start like you're moving super slowly. Sorry, Sybil, how do you react to this? I know Paige has her gun out.
I want to touch him.
You want to touch him?
I want to reach out and touch face. No, really, I'd probably go for the arm or something.
You go and touch Keela, or
Skim the surface? No,
oh
Mr. Wizard Man. Yeah.
nice.
That's what I do.
So I think
I figured this would be all happening at the same time.
Yeah, it's all happening. Like things are happening super quickly.
Yeah.
You can go to reach out, but I think you're gonna have to. I think you're gonna have to keep your cool because
Okay.
like yeah, it's getting to them when everybody's like bursting into action.
Not a. Oh, is that not a button for me?
Should be roll with spirit.
So if I just move it to spirit and then. No, that's actions. There it is. Okay. Learning the sheet.
Yep. Cool.
We're really sucking it up here.
Yeah.
So you got a 4, huh?
Yeah.
So
That I did.
yeah. As you move toward to reach out toward Cameron, the like I said, that there's three wizards there, Cameron and his 2 lackeys. The second one comes and stands like right between you, and you're part of power, right? Oracle's
Aren't you the one who isn't?
no, the rest of you guys are wild.
Yeah, I'm power.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So he moves. He's a big, like just a big African American guy. And he kind of steps between you and holds out his hand to like just reach out and like catches you on the chest and like steps between the two of you.
Chest, rude.
Not in a creepy way, just in a don't come any closer way.
Yes means yes, you creepy fuck.
And yeah, he's just like, this doesn't concern you. Like
a wizard is mumbling at my friends. I think it concerns me.
He just kind of shoves you backwards. Just
you don't give up.
Big.
Wait, so do I read him instead?
Oh, do you? Does it happen anytime you touch somebody?
Skin surface.
You can read surface thoughts on 10+S.
Yeah, it doesn't exactly specify unless it goes into more detail elsewhere in the book.
Let's see. Looking for the Oracle?
Yes. I mean, I know exactly what page it's on. 122 of the book.
Oh yeah, when you touch someone. Yeah, no, you like he touches you. Yeah, it absolutely kicks in. So go ahead and roll with spirit.
Ask one.
What is your name?
Oh no.
What is your character's hidden pain?
Ooh. Ooh. What is his
What's
hidden
his
pain?
weak spot?
I would
Uh
like to solve the puzzle. Mommy issues.
What'd you say?
I
so
said I would like to solve the puzzle. Mommy issues.
mommy
Oh,
issues. Um
probably.
he you catch a vision uh of of three children
Oh,
in a small apartment. One is the oldest one is helping the other two with their homework. There are no adults around, but you know because you are who you are, that these are his kids, and this is what he like. There's no guarantee that this is the reality, but this is reality as he sees it. Like
right.
right now, this is what's happening. His three kids alone in their apartment, with the kids helping the other kids do their homework.
So, like, he pushes me back, and I'm just sitting there, like, shivering with my eyes all distant. And then I just, like, looks like the middle one is having problems with the division.
Yeah, he like you say that, and he just grits his teeth, and you see like one hand clench. Paige, what are you doing?
I am realizing that my Beretta probably isn't going to cut it.
Hashtag psychics are dicks.
So I go ahead and slip that back into my pants and assume my demonic form.
Oh Jesus!
Oh,
Oh shit! Neil's frozen for me because you guys obviously responded, and I was like, "That's very poignant."
So
Now I can hopefully hear what Neil's sweet thing he did was.
he's going demonic.
Oh shit! You're
He's
busting out.
escalating.
yes, it succeeds a little bit.
Oh god damn!
Nice.
A 14, huh? Uh. All right. So.
Beast mode.
Yeah, right. Let me. Sorry, I'm looking. I'm looking for the character. This is the devil inside, right?
Every single one of us.
Devil inside. Now I've got NXS stuck in my head. When you assume your demon form, roll with blood. On a 10 plus, choose 2. On a 7 to 9, choose 1.
I'm still trying to figure out how in the shit I got a 14. I
What if
guess
you
I
get all the numbers? What do you get?
I
then?
rolled a 12 and then got a +2.
Yeah, 2 sixes
critted.
on a D6 or on 2d6,
Yeah.
and then you have a blood of +2.
Yep.
Cool. So
All right.
what?
Well, let's see. I'm gonna get my demonic weapon, of course.
What is your demonic weapon?
Oh, it's a flaming blade.
Oh, nice. So this is full on like Angel at the West Gate, only the bad version.
Yes. And then for my bonus, I'll get which other one? I super want to fly, but that's not as useful as, say, gaining +1 armor. So I think I'm going to go that route.
Nice. What is your armor like? What does that look like? Like, what do you look like when you've taken on your demon form?
Well, my eyes start glowing. So they just, there's just like they look like flame. There's nothing coming out of them. It's not like flames shooting out of her eyes, but if you look at her eyes, they look like they contain flames.
Right.
And then her hands, like, well, and because she's doing the armor, her skin also, the same kind of thing, just like underneath the skin, just starts glowing and like moving, like, like there's fire, like literally underneath her skin.
Nice. Awesome.
So she's just got this like, glowing, flickering essence about her, and then like, her all of a sudden she kind of just puts her hands together and a blade pops out.
Yeah, the dude with the chain just starts yelling shit 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 shit, and it like he's a wizard, but he's not bothering with his wizardy shit right now, because he's got the chain in one hand, the other hand like pulls out a pistol, and you can see his eyes just fucking
Buffalo sound.
but pretty
He,
much
he goes full on buffalo sound.
full on
Goes
buffalo
full
sound.
buff-
Never go full buffalo. Buffalo, 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 buffalo. Sorry,
What is happening?
I don't know. Yeah, he's fucking like demon, full demon, and he's got the gun coming up out of his like out of the waistband of his jeans. Keela, yeah, what are you doing?
I'm thinking that she's really not a fan of this magic, and her the fact that she is a thing of brought to life by forces she doesn't understand.
Right.
I think she wants to break out of this sorcery. Um, but like she just like she gets this mindset like, you will not stop me. You will not stand in my way. I will go through whatever is necessary to stop you. And like that's the look she gets, and I guess depending on how I roll, I guess I'll describe it an appropriate effect, if any.
Well, okay, so is this I'm trying to think of what
I'm
this
aiming
could
for
be.
let it out,
Yeah,
because she's letting out the power within her.
oh,
to
okay.
to like to burst, like to burst out of what she's in.
Nice. Okay.
Um,
Yeah. No, let it out.
uh, and let it out is fun because it has you mark corruption, which I don't mark. I instead take harm,
Ooh.
which I have an effect here. Let's see how well I roll. That'll do. On a 10 plus, ignore the corruption or choose another from the list.
Ooh.
So I can take one forward, extend my senses, supernatural or otherwise, frighten, intimidate, or impress my opposition, or take definite hold of something vulnerable or exposed. I want the last two. So I am going to hit take the corruption, which is a harm.
Okay.
So let me find my and the harm is AP, so it goes through my armor.
Nice.
So I have one harm, and it's faint. So when like she gets this look, like there's a a vibration in the air around, and the wizard that has his hand up holding her, like he looks and he sees on his hand, like the hairs on the back of his hand go like straight, like straight away from like her.
Right.
As is he holding his hand palm forward?
Yeah.
And he notices like he has a hangnail on his pointer finger, and it starts to bleed just a little. And as she just opens her mouth, and there's just a slight glow of a color that he can't figure out what it is from the back of her throat, and the spell holding him shatters, and she carries forward with the claw hammer, but instead of like Instead of landing where she wanted to on the back of his hand, she hooks the drywall hammer under it and brings it up next to him. So she has him like
Oh, nice.
pinned. They're pinned close together with the hammer. Like if he moves, he's going to break his wrist. So that's definite hold of something vulnerable. So I have his hand, and if I twist, I'll break it.
Right.
And the other is when she gets close, like he can see that there's cracks at the corner of her eye where the light is bleeding through a little bit, and it smells a little bit like petrichor, like the smell of rain.
Okay.
And the smell like when you turn a furnace on in a house and the dust is hot.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah. And so you took that one harm.
Mm-hmm.
Your body is made of what, an empty shell?
Found and filled. And it's a statue stolen from Persia, imported and filled with life.
Right. So I think like as you channel channel that power through you, like the cracks start at your eyes and then continue a little bit across your face. It's not enough, obviously, to break you. But like you can feel your artificial flesh chipping as like everything your skin feels like it begins to feel loose,
like it's stretching. Like she had to stretch to go through this guy's spell. And when she gets up in his face as she speaks to him, the smell that's out of her mouth is that smell of hot dust and petrichor.
Right.
And she goes, "Now where were we?"
Yeah. The other two fucking like take a big step back. Seeing as how one just turned into a giant fucking demon, and the other one just like broke a fairly powerful spell, and has their
strange light leaking out of her face.
Right, has their leader trapped. Sybil, what are you doing? How are you reacting to all this?
What's going on? Like this goes from running.
I can hear Haley downstairs.
Yeah, like if you want to, if you bolt, like that's a legitimate, that's a legit reaction. Like,
no, I'm gonna. I just want to question him to see what his motives really are.
I have hold of one.
You do, yeah. Keela's got one. The other two look like they're they've kind of backed off, and it like you can see in their face that they're kind of trying to decide, like, do they stay and get their you're guessing their superior like away and back to safety, or do they bolt and leave? It doesn't look like they're quite sure what to do at this point.
No, I wanted to question Cameron and be like, well, what is his actual motives here?
What exactly did you hope to accomplish?
I mean, like I feel like with the three of them, they're probably not going to stand around and chat. So, I mean, do you want to?
Okay, for anything you said in the last minute.
Oh,
didn't.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. Sorry, I was saying that you were saying that you wanted to question him. They like, I think once you have them, like, he's clearly not going anywhere unless things change. But the other two don't look like they're much in the mood for talking. Like, they didn't think it would escalate quite to this level.
Yeah.
Off the bat. They were like, no, just like let us talk to the demon. And now there's flaming golem, or like yeah, there's angry golems and a giant demon standing there in the park.
Another day in New Orleans.
Yeah, you know, like you do in New Orleans.
The tourists are gawking.
Yeah, but there's like, this is just kind of that break in the action. You have an opportunity to do something if you want to.
I just can't really think of anything at the moment.
Okay. So Paige, your transformation doesn't take that long. By the time that you've completely finished, the things have changed. What are you doing?
Yes. I turn to Cameron and go, listen, motherfucker, I don't know what your problem is and why you're coming after me. There's plenty of other people you can go fuck with. You do not fuck with me. You come after me again, and I will use this fucking blade to burn your goddamn tongue so you'll have cast your last spell. Do you understand me, fucker?
Yeah. So that sounds like persuaded NPC. Yes, persuade an NPC. When you persuade an NPC through seduction, promises, or threats, roll with heart.
Aw, that's not even one of my good ones. All right, come on. Ah, damn it.
That's a bummer, man.
No, there should be like advantage or +1 or some shit for
Demon form?
having him just in a bad situation.
Yeah. Well, was one of your options getting a +1 forward to something? No.
I don't think so. I didn't have any +1 forwards.
Nope. No, you just had demonic
right.
weapon and armor, right?
If he fucks up, I'll just actually do it.
Yeah. Like as you yell at him, the one with the pistol, like you hear it, bam! 2 shots. Your armor soaks up 1 harm, right?
All right. Mm-hmm.
And I'm assuming that's the only armor you have.
Yep.
Yeah. The other you do feel like pierce through your scaly hide.
Mm-hmm.
And I think a pistol does 2 harm.
I think so, yeah.
What kind of pistol do you have?
I have a 9mm Beretta that does 2
Okay.
harm.
Yep. So you take 1. Bam. And you you feel it hit you. I thought there was a harm move.
Is it not Unleash?
No, I wasn't sure if there was in this game if there was a specific move that triggers when you get when you get hurt.
When you take harm.
Yeah, because there's healing harm. But I don't think there's actually.
Yeah, I think unleash is your do harm. I think when you take it, your armor just decreases the harm it soaks.
Yeah, yeah. No, in Apocalypse World, there's a move that you roll whenever you get hit. But that isn't in this move in this game apparently. Yeah, you like you feel it catch you, kind of in the back of the shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
The first shot, had it not been deflected by your demonic body, probably would have perforated a lung. The second one was just a little to the right of that, and it hits you in the back of the shoulder.
Okay.
Like in that moment of distraction, Cameron, like he's pinned up against Keela, and like he doesn't have a weapon aside from his fist, and he just like starts trying to nail you in the nose.
Just punching me in the face.
What do you do?
Well, he's trying to harm me, right?
Yeah,
I think that I have pretty definite hold of his hand.
you do.
If he's punching me in the face, I'm gonna break his goddamn hand with my hammer.
All right.
That sounds like unleash.
That
to
does
me.
sound like unleash.
And then let me put it this way: I have like the hammer like caught up around his hand here. I have like it's a ridiculous harm weapon. It's a 3 harm.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go like he's punching me in the face after about 2. I'm like, stop it, and then he hits me again, and at this point, I'm just gonna like, I'm just gonna twist on it and see what happens.
All right.
So that's a 10.
Ooh.
So I'm thinking. I really like making unique NPCs, and the first session seems like a really good one to do. So a 10, I get to inflict harm as established and choose one. Either inflict terrible harm, which is an additional harm, or take something from them.
Yep.
I think 3 harm is enough. And I would like to think, in terms of the fiction, I hope I broke all of his fingers.
I was gonna say, did you take his hand from him?
I think I break his hand, but as he like leans forward, because I just like crank on it and bust his hand up, and as he like doubles over, something comes out of like I see something come out of his coat, like out of his hoodie that was tucked in, and I snag it and shove it in the pocket of my vest and step back and like grab my nose and like move it sideways, and as she moves it sideways, like figuring out if it's broken, like there's a flash of that weird light out
Right.
from her nose and then she kind of looks at the hammer, and it's got like some of that like there's no blood, but it's just like moisture on it from it being next to a person.
Yeah.
And she'll just look at him and say, "Are we done?"
Yeah. He fucking crumples to the ground. Right. Like he's just screaming in agony as all of his fucking fingers get broken at the same time. The other two, they're and not having any of this shit, right? Like they had been unsure of whether to stay and hold their ground or not.
Had been unsure.
They had been, and they start fucking backing away at this point. What do you guys do?
Oh, hell no.
Yeah,
the guy who shot me is not getting away.
No?
No, you fucked up, buddy.
You done fucked up.
What do you do?
In the words of Canada, fuck, buddy.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck,
Oh,
buddy.
dude, I'm slashing him with my sword. Like, yeah, he's going down.
Ooh.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I'm like, I just like running out, oh, you fucked up, buddy. And, yeah, just going full on, gonna hack this motherfucker down.
Nice. That sounds like you are unleashing.
Yes, come on. How about that?
Oh, wow. No, yeah, ooh.
Okay. So your weapon does what, 3 harm?
Yes.
Your flaming sword.
Yep.
And you get to choose, you inflict harm and choose one. Inflict terrible harm or take something from them.
Oh, man.
If
I don't want a chain or another Beretta. So
Take one of his eyes.
no,
Oh.
I'm going to inflict terrible harm.
Ooh.
okay.
Oh, no. What is the harm of that sword of yours?
It's already
It's
3.
it's
Oh.
3.
Dude, that guy is dying.
He is dead. He is dead.
Oh, holy shit.
Yeah. NPCs don't. They're squishier than you guys.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. You fucking hack his ass down.
Yeah. And then I turn to the other one and I'm like, it's your lucky day. You get to be the lucky fucker that goes back and tells everyone else not to fuck with us.
I like how Keela's all calm, and Paige is back here with her wings and her flaming sword and her horns on her head, and she's talking shit.
I'm just like, guys, I just want to know what's going on.
Haley's just like, guys, all I wanted was a beignet.
We'll get beignets after this.
That's right. Beignets and
Like
chicory
they'll serve
coffee.
us now.
That's all I wanted.
Mommy's working.
Nice.
Mommy's working.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
God, that's great.
the remaining dude is absolutely not going to fucking wait around and see if he's as lucky as you say he is. He's just going to assume that that's true and run like a motherfucker.
Good idea.
Cameron is still like curled up on the ground, because 3 harm on a regular or on an NPC is rough. Like,
Part of me thought about severing his hand with a drywall hammer, which is very much like, ooh, oh no. But I'm like, nah, I want info.
yeah, and kind of like now that the chaos of the situation like has died off, you can hear like those gunshots were not quiet. Even if it hadn't been for giant winged demon in the park.
I don't have wings.
Oh, sorry, flaming sword wielding
Yes.
demon. In the park, like those gunshots have been called in. You can hear sirens coming up the street. what do you do?
What do we do with Cameron, guys?
Well, I grabbed something from him out of his pocket, like a paper, like a note or an envelope.
Yeah.
And so I think we have what we need. She'll look around and realize that like she can hear like the distant sounds of sirens, and be like, "We should go."
Agreed.
I'm up for running.
All right. So as we're getting ready to take off, I'm like, "You might try talking next time, asshole, instead of leading with a spell." And kick him and then
Just
start running.
You kick him with your hoof.
Yeah.
That was really stupid.
Nice. Yeah, why don't you guys all like Oh, here you go. When you take advantage of an opening to escape a situation, roll with blood.
Roll with blood.
I forgot
Escape.
that was a move. Yes, everybody's escaping. You are
Come on.
you can
Eh.
so an 8
Are we rolling for all of us?
unless somebody's helping somebody else.
How does helping work in this?
I didn't realize helping was an option.
So if you help, let's see. Let me find where it is. Is it not in here? Harm and healing, advanced moves.
Working on my dance move.
Oh, lend a hand or get in the way. When you lend a hand or get in the way after a PC is rolled, roll with their faction. On a hit, give them a +1 or -2 to their roll. On a 7 to 9, you expose yourself to danger, entanglement, or cost. So,
All right, who's
so
not
yeah,
so good with the running?
Power. I'm a 1 with power.
I thought we were doing it with blood.
Yeah, escape.
yeah, it's
To help.
either yeah.
I'm a member of Wild.
No. I was asking who
Oh,
might
you're wild.
need help.
Wild would be really good to help you with, and I have a fairly decent chance of doing okay.
Yeah, I thought we were all rolling. I went ahead and rolled, and I got an 8. So
Do we want to just roll with that? No pun intended. And have me just see how I do with trying to help you.
I think so.
So I think that her help in the fiction, Keela's like, I think if we go over here, there's a lot of one ways and concrete pylons. It's harder for the authorities to get to us.
Okay.
And she'll lead on. So we're rolling with Wild. Go like that. Not like that.
Not like that.
Not like this, guys. Not like this.
Yeah. You you do not help Paige at
That is
all.
not helpful.
I am not good at this, I guess.
So I guess obviously you don't get the +1. But Paige had
Nope.
already gotten an 8. So
Yep.
like that's actually like that wouldn't have helped, right?
Nope.
Because on a 7 to 9,
Right.
you sorry. Hang on. Let me get back to escape. So when you take advantage of an opening to escape a situation, on a 7 to 9, you choose 2 from a list. So whether or not you had helped, it only would have been able to bump that up to a 9, which would
Right,
have had
which wouldn't have made a difference.
yeah.
Which wouldn't have made a whole lot of
Yeah.
difference.
So, I think it makes more sense. Like if you guys are all escaping, like everybody makes the move, because this isn't like Burning Wheel
Okay.
where it's like
Yeah.
one roll
okay,
and
gotcha.
yeah.
Okay.
There's
Okay,
no
yeah.
there's no let it ride in this.
Okay.
course. I
Oh,
roll a
goddamn.
0.
God damn. How did you... Oh. Oh, okay. Sorry. I was like, how did you roll 0 minus 0? Because I was hovering my mouse over the wrong thing. I'm sorry. Cool. So the situation here, obviously, is that you're going to be there, like you're gonna be there when the cops roll up onto the scene, right?
Yeah.
So I'll go in order of rolls here. Paige, you get an 8. Like the demon, like the demon tainted that you are. You're like, nope, I'm out. On a 7 to 9, you choose 2 from the list. You suffer harm during your escape. You end up in another dangerous situation. You leave something important behind. You owe someone a debt for your escape, or you give in to your base nature and mark corruption in the course of it escaping. And you get to choose 2. You get to choose. If you'd rolled a 10, you'd still have to choose 1.
Wow. Wow, escaping is terrible in this game. Let's see.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to what I get with this.
I already took 1 harm, so I probably don't want another one of those. I think I'm gonna, let's see, drop something important? Probably. And what was the other one?
Let's see.
Sorry. Escape.
You suffer harm, end up in another dangerous situation. You leave something important behind. You owe someone a debt for your escape, or you give in to your base nature and mark corruption.
I'm going to leave something behind and owe someone a debt.
Nice. What do you leave behind? It's got to be something important. Do you drop your wallet?
Oh, that would suck.
Frickety frick.
It's always so difficult to replace the license.
Drop your apartment keys?
I'm wondering if I drop my phone, and that's how X gets in touch with me.
Oh. Like,
yep.
Like if this was the movie, like or the TV show or whatever, like you start booking it, and then we like as you run, we see that like B-roll shot of the phone like dropping, bomb. The screen like cracks a little as it hits the corner, and is just like laying there on the concrete.
Yeah, of course, like the Apple logo flashes.
Yep.
Because, of course, Paige has an iPhone.
Yeah, of course. Because only dicks have iPhones.
Right?
It's true. It's true.
So, yeah. No, I just mean product placement.
Right.
So, yeah, she, and then she's going to owe someone a debt.
Who do you owe a debt to for your escape?
I would like to have it be Keela.
Oh.
Does that work?
Oh,
does that work,
yeah,
or does it have to be like I
rather
see somebody who agrees to run interference for me or something?
Well, it could go any number of ways. Like if we want to figure out how Keela's
actually okay, so I'm running and I totally eat shit, and that's when the phone falls out of my pocket, and then Keela just like reaches down and lifts me right back up.
Oh, nice.
I like it.
Like doesn't even break stride.
Yeah, just like as you go down, she just like grabs you and picks you up.
Yep.
And yeah,
So you owe me a debt now.
Yep.
Yeah. But you do escape from the situation. Sybil,
All right.
you rolled a 6,
Broke a fucking toe.
which is rough. I don't want to not give you spotlight time. I kind of want to do Keela's roll because that leaves you there. Like, we have the 2 people escape and you're the one that's left.
Okay.
So
Oh, it wasn't my phone I left behind. It
Where's my mark?
I was gonna say like that was the other option I was gonna lay out for owing a debt, to be like, oh shit, I owe you because we were all there. I killed someone and you were the one there left holding the bag.
Yeah.
That's pretty good too.
Yeah.
But I kind of like losing my phone.
Oh no, I totally am cool with you losing your phone. I was just saying about owing the debt.
Right.
Like, I could totally see that you owed the debt to Sybil for being the one to be stuck there.
Escalate it to this.
Yeah, when it was the 2 of you that escaped, that that actually like did the damage here.
Everything.
Yeah.
God, I hope that letter actually has some decent information in it. Damn it.
It's his grocery list, so help me God.
Okay.
Except if it's like 8 human children under the age of 6. Like,
What is this shopping list? Milk, eggs, 8 human children. What?
yeah. This guy's not a wizard.
That's right.
He's a monster under a bed.
So Keela, you were escaping as well.
Yeah.
You got a 7. You also get to choose 2.
Yeah. I think that we end up in another dangerous situation, and I owe someone a debt for our escape.
Ooh. Yeah. All right. So the way I'm picturing this is like when you guys run, it's like there's not a whole lot of options for sticking together, right? Like
Right.
like it's you fucking bolt and meet up somewhere later on.
Yep.
So Paige has gone one way, and you take off in a different direction. And it's not long. Like you leave the scene behind you, heading kind of north, into the like towards the upper wards. And you're the rest of the French Quarter is between you and them. So as you kind of disappear into the crowd, you run for a bit until the scene is behind you, and you can kind of get a take stock of your surroundings. And in the process of running, like, you look up at the street signs, and you realize pretty quickly that you've wandered into the territory of a local wolf pack.
That's always nice.
Yeah. and like it's you've been here long enough to know that wolves, go figure, are fucking territorial. This particular pack is run by a fairly like a wolf that's been around. Her name is Josephine. And she's been around long enough that you haven't dealt with her personally. You may or may not have dealt with some of her lackeys or not. But she runs her territory fucking tight like a business. They are less the wolf that is a gang of thugs, and more the wolves that are like they are organized. Yeah.
Do they also wear tracksuits?
Bro.
No, some of bro.
Bro.
Seriously, bro. God damn it.
Hawk guy.
God, I love Hawk Guy.
All right, so I'm in Josephine's territory.
Yeah, like
she has patrols.
Yeah. This is one of those things that it's not a great place to be.
So I'm in the Treme.
No, you haven't. You're still in the French Quarter.
Okay, gotcha.
You're just a little like you're kind of up in this area right here.
Okay, I'm in the northern section of it, which is less good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and like as you roll into this area, like there's always like the corner kids, especially at night when the college students have wandered out of like the safe zone,
Yep.
and have like gone seeking adventure. Josephine runs a lot of illicit activity to kind of support her pack.
Okay.
And you could like pretty quickly as you slow down and realize where you were, like you can see him like watching you, because the supernatural community knows their own. And like people are taking out cell phones and talking, like making calls, and that like that's normal, but also shit has just recently gone down. And you're in reasonably hostile territory, and so it's kind of like one of those things like are they making regular phone calls, or are they calling about me? It could go either way.
Okay. So I think I owe someone a debt.
You do owe somebody.
Is it okay? Is it okay if I owe another player a debt who is not here?
Possibly. How are you thinking our sorely missed Faye?
Yeah, I'm wondering if our Faye has a car. If she doesn't, then that will change a little bit of what I'm thinking. But
let me take a look. If she does, it should be written on her character sheet.
Yeah, I don't know if she does.
Let's see. Gear, she did not write down. Let me take a look at the playbook. Let's see. A nice house or apartment, a car, or smartphone. So yes.
Okay, I will text her.
Cheap.
On
Come get me.
on my little shitty Samsung flip phone, because I have a dumb phone. That's all I have. Is
what you're texting one letter at a time?
Yeah.
While
I have to hit.
You have to push the key multiple times
Yes.
to get to the letter you want.
Yes, and I'm walking as fast as I can north and east just to get out of Josephine's territory.
Yeah,
towards like that road between the Marini, I'm gonna say it's pronounced.
Okay.
Or the Marinier.
The
And texting her like, pick me up on that road that splits the French Quarter and the Marinier, like now. And I get 2 exclamation points out before I say fuck it and hit send.
And all the street kids are laughing their ass off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who has a phone like that anymore?
Yeah. Doesn't even have a touch screen.
Apparently golems do.
Yeah.
Sweet. So that leaves poor Sybil. So you're there, like your 2 companions fucking bolt as the cops roll up on the square, and you're looking around, and there's one body that's not, like, it's not just dead, like it's cut down by a flaming fucking sword. The other guy has, like, he's moved, his situation is slightly improved because he's moved from his side up onto his knees, like his forehead's still on the ground, and he stopped screaming, and that's changed to just like a low moan. But
is he ugly crying?
Oh yeah.
That's the sound of her.
How else do you cry when you have every bone in your hand broken?
Hey, in my
Right.
defense, he did punch me in the face a bunch.
he did,
So,
but it didn't do any damage.
no, it didn't, because one armor, baby.
That's right. And as you're moving to get away, you're just like, you can run fast, but apparently the other 2 are better at saving their own asses.
Well, I figured, like, I was starting to run, and I'm so used to parkour, like I was going to be vaulting off, like, a bench or something, but it breaks.
Oh, nice.
That's awesome.
You like go to vault it.
I just like fall and roll, but there's like people in my way, so I just like end up on my back.
Yeah, and so there you're lying on like the grass on your back, and like you hear like boots. Freeze! Don't move. What do you do?
I don't move.
You don't move.
Hands up, don't shoot.
Yeah, and they're
Too soon.
like, these are city cops. There's somebody seriously injured and somebody dead right there. Like they're not fucking around right now. It goes from, freeze, don't move, to like they're yelling at you to get on your stomach.
Well, that's easy. I roll over.
You roll over, like they're putting knees on your face as they like wrench your arms behind your back. Like it's not nice, friendly, like arresting you, and they're not asking questions here. Like they are arresting you and they plan on asking questions later. Um, I think. Let's see. We've been going for about a little over an hour and a half. Can we take a short break? I need some water.
Sure.
And when we come back, we'll we'll pick up on some new scenes.
I like
Sounds
it.
good.
All right. We will be back in just a few minutes.
Do
And we're
I'm
back.
I'm running out of steam, boys.
Okay. That's
It's so
fine.
it's so late.
It is. I know it's late for you guys, and I'm also starting to feel like my throat is
Oh, damn
giving
it.
up the ghost, which is not what I want.
Yeah.
So I know. I'm sorry.
Was there a listener that's upset?
No.
viewer?
I'm saying I'm sorry uh, because I know you guys are fading. So I'm looking at the session moves. Before we actually look at closing things down, do we need to establish anything? Like I feel like when we come back to Haley, uh, like like we're going to come back to Haley like in the uh like in the holding cell.
Right.
I'll have made some new friends by then.
maybe or like it
Friends.
because I always like to think of things like this as TV shows, where you get that, like, you know, the scene cuts and it's the door opening and the guard coming in uh and being like, Hyssop, your lawyer's here.
Oh.
And then I guess this is the next time on Urban Shadows.
Right.
Yeah.
You get the your lawyer's here scene, and then like you cut to Keela, like walking down the road, looking at her phone with Nerida's message that's like, I'm 10 minutes away, and you're like, you gotta hold out for 10 minutes, and you're looking around and you can see all the corner boys, like, as you're cruising down the street, like, you know, making sure somebody's taking their spot and casually following you.
Yep.
as you walk down the street, and then Paige.
I'm gonna try to text the other two to see how things went,
And
where
yeah,
they went.
and you're like, oh
Fuck
shit,
me.
Fuck.
yeah. And then there's a close up on the cell phone in an evidence bag, as
Oh,
and
nice.
like you know that they've shut it off. Like, oh, we got to shut this off so that nobody does anything remotely to like wipe it remotely or whatever, and like it springs back to life and just starts ringing in the evidence bag,
Yeah.
and that's
And it just says from unknown.
right. Yeah, unknown
X,
caller.
X.
No return number available.
Oh no, it's got a return number. It just starts with 666.
That's a little on the nose.
All right. So, at the end of every session, if you learn something meaningful about a faction, increase your score in that faction by 1, and decrease your score in a different faction by 1. Tell the MC how your relationships to those communities have changed. Oh, did anybody make a faction move with one of these people in the course of the game? Because that's
no,
Yeah.
actually, I did not.
It
Put a
was
face to a name.
oh yes, you did. Yeah, Haley did.
Yeah. So,
Did you have power marked?
yes.
Oh, you already had it marked. Dang it.
Oh wait. That kind of mark. Where is that?
It should be.
Does
Oh,
rolling.
you had night marked. So you get to mark power.
Where
Nice.
is
It should be
that
right under
section?
factions. It's in that center section.
Okay. Last move, dead.
It's just the checkbox next to power.
Oh, got it.
And you, Paige, you did persuade an NPC, which is a basic move. It's not a faction move. Faction moves.
Yeah, no,
are,
no, no. I was thinking of Keela's attempt to help me.
We kind of rolled that back.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, okay.
My
Then that
printer
was it, I
just
think.
magically started working. It's probably self-cleaning or something, but that was weird.
It's Mr. X.
It's Mr. X.
That's right. Yeah. Just print 666 over and over.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that.
It's
Hopefully it's not
The first
too
page,
loud.
X. Second page, X.
Just-
Third page, X. Fourth page, girls straight to your door in 20 minutes.
God, no. Maybe if we were playing Vegas. All right. So,
That's why I kind of wanted Vegas, because that's really funny. Oh, man.
all right. So now,
I'll go first with the faction stuff.
yeah. Go ahead.
I think my power went down by 1, because I broke a wizard's hand straight up in public.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, just because you have a relationship in it doesn't mean that it, like the number just says how much you have pull. That could be fear.
But I think they're pissed because wizards don't like to have their plans disrupted.
No, they don't.
However, what I do think that is interesting and perhaps in a not good way, my knight goes up by 1
Oh, nice.
because the wolves are like, we can smell like the fear, someone else's fear on you, and there were gunshots and distress, and you're walking away like nothing's happening. You're acting like a predator, and so we're interested.
Right.
And I don't like interested. But I think it's because I thought about the wizards being like, well, yeah, you dipshit, you underestimated them. And so they're like, well, we could have some respect for that, but I like that wizards are pissed. Right. They don't like having their plans fucked with.
Okay. Who would like to go next?
So what exactly are we doing here?
So this is the session end move. At the end of every session, if you learned something meaningful about a faction, increase your score in that faction by 1 and decrease your score in a different faction by 1. Tell the MC how your relationship to those communities have changed.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep. Haley, you were gonna go?
Sure. I mean, I guess I was with these assholes, so. I mean, really, all I was trying to do was be like creepy and get information, but that didn't work out.
Everything explodes into violence when I run games because I'm terrible.
I don't think it's you, Shaun.
Nope, I think it might have something to do with me, where it's. I mean, the Dresden Files game, we were burning stuff down. That was.
Yeah.
The wizard started it, man.
Sorry.
Well, you totally did.
Yeah, in our defense, they did.
Kind of did.
Little dicks.
Not kinda. He started a spell before he started talking. That's just stupid.
All right.
But,
I mean, I pulled my gun, but details.
All right, there, R. Kelly.
Oh, no.
I mean, do you think it's really worth... I mean, I was kind of creepy, but I hung in the back. Do you think they even really noticed me with these two?
Maybe not. Like the one dude. Like
well, except for the one guy, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, but his whole thing was like, this isn't your problem. Like, it wasn't so much that he was trying to protect you, more like your power, we're part of the same kind of larger community. Like, just step back, and that's not things didn't go down. Well, actually, he's the one that escaped.
Yeah. But, like, I don't really see my faction changing too much because those two drew so much aggro.
That is true. And that's fair. Like, sometimes it doesn't. I think you can make a case for mortality going up. Because you learn that the cops are responsive.
Oh, that's true.
But like, I don't want to dictate things to you. Like, if you don't feel like your character learned...
No, that makes a lot of sense. So that would go up to 2 from 1, and then I'll take Wild down to 0.
Okay.
Because nothing's really happened with Wild yet.
Okay. And Paige.
I think my power... should that go up or down?
I love up. Because that was a total power move.
That is true.
You cut a wizard in half in broad daylight and got away.
Not broad daylight.
It was evening. broad evening.
In public. Some guy, 4 people came up to you. There was some chick, don't worry about her, with the shaved sides of her head. Forget about her. But you like, hey, we want to talk. Fuck you. Hey, we just want to slice in half. Fuck you. Fuck you too. Run away.
Yeah, now run away. Let's see. So if power goes up,
does it? It goes up down? Because they fear you now.
They better. God damn it. What would
I
go
mean,
down?
I'd be scared.
I'm thinking
Shit, I'm scared
mortality,
right now.
because my relationship with just the average mortals is tenuous at best.
Right.
Like, that's something that Paige is still kind of battling with. So I think probably the more that she demons up, the less connected to mortality she is.
Nice.
Yeah, that probably makes sense.
So I'm gonna go with that. So power up one, mortality down one, because she just gets more weird.
Taking that form doesn't make you mark corruption, does it?
No, only if I want to take all of the effects.
Oh. Oh. So if you want to be like super badass demon.
Yeah, if I want to go ultimate form.
Right. Cool. Well, I think that that will that will do it then for this evening. I know it was a little short, but I also know we started a little late, and I'm a wuss, and I'm kind of a little under the weather.
That's okay.
But
Well, just blame us. Just blame
I
the
do.
the
You,
Minnesota
you
people.
you guys got me sick from like 2,000 miles away. Way to go. Way to go.
Such dicks.
Wahaha. Feel the power.
I do feel the power. All right. Well, now that I'm not in school, I will actually see you on Tuesday.
Right on.
If I do not talk to you, any of you guys before then, goodbye out there in interwebs land. We'll see you.
Bye, interwebs.
See you next time. Goodbye.
Bye. Bye bye
Bye
now.
bye now.